Here we go, a little point of view. I'm driving the car. Got this nice cup holder that will hold coffee in under full throttle. Asking for a friend. No, a friend told me. Here you can see the heads-up display, and I don't know why it's in race mode or track mode, whatever. Yeah, I like that better. It has several different modes. Got a nice soft clutch. Like soft meaning it's not like impossible to press down. This car really isn't bad in traffic, for being a manual transmission. I think all manual transmissions are a drag in traffic. Hey, sorry to interrupt. It's me from the future. Do me a favor. I have a goal by the end of the year to hit 1,000 subscribers, and you can help me with it. And if you're watching this past the new year, help me reach my goal of 1 million subscribers. Hit that button right now. Back to the video. At least if you're in like Southern California. If you've got an hour and 45-minute drive, to go like 40 miles, that extra, just the extra effort of like shifting gears, clutch, gear, it gets a little old after a while. But really, I've been in some horrendous traffic in this car and really never had an issue. It's always been quite delightful. It's just, I end up a little tired at the end of the drive just from having to do all of that. But my leg doesn't hurt, so it's just extra, I can't even talk, extra effort, It looks like my clock is on the wrong time zone. Auto set. No, that's not what I wanted. Darn it. I'll fix that later. I may be a little scatterbrained in this review because I have to leave for work in like 40 minutes and I'm probably selling this car today, so I'm trying to get all my content out, before I say goodbye to her. Makes me sad, I've wanted one of these for a long time. I've been a Corvette guy since I was a little boy, and but it's for the best. Anyway, fourth gear. Looks like some debris in the road. We're gonna avoid that. Yeah, that would have been really bad. But yeah, as you can see, she just builds speed like you just think about going faster, and it does it. There's just plenty of power. I'm in fifth gear, quarter throttle, sixth gear. We're in Mexico already, so there are no speed limits. It's great. Even if the terrain looks familiar, it's not what you think. But yeah, this car, I feel like where this car really like excels, in addition to just like going fast in a straight line, it does handle well. But cruising on the highway, man, this car is just, put her in sixth gear, set the cruise, and just forget about everything. It's a really comfortable Grand Touring car, GT, and and it gets exceptional gas mileage on the highway. Like obviously right now, been doing a bunch of city driving and whatnot, but we're gonna reset that. Obviously high numbers right now because I'm coasting, but it's not unusual to see 22, 23, 24, even as high as 30 plus miles per gallon under the right conditions. And for a while, years ago, I got a job in Anaheim, California, which is pretty far from my house, and I was driving a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor at the time, and I started taking the Corvette to work just because like this got 2, sometimes 3 times better gas mileage than the Crown Vic. So this was my gas saver. Even though it runs on premium, it really did save me some money on that drive, which was great. Talking about some other features, I've got the heated seats here. I'm sure I'm going to cover that in my interior portion of this video. I'm probably shooting this out of order. I'm doing this first, and then I'm going to do my walk around. So you'll probably see it in the opposite order in which I film it. But so if I talk about something twice, that's why. I just forgot. But you know, as you can see, we've got the navigation, which really doesn't work well. If you get one of these with the nav, just ignore it. Like, you know, it's just so primitive. I mean, it'd be like comparing a Casio watch to an Apple Watch or something. It's just terrible. Use your phone. But the screen looks nice, you know, and I do like the, you know, being able to change the radio station by touching the screen. It works well. Occasionally, it does end up a little glitchy. I have had it freeze up on me in the past, where just like you can't control anything and it just goes crazy. In which case, you just have to shut the car off and turn it back on again. You know, it's the old turn it off, turn it back on again routine. My wife hates it when I say that. That's a quarter throttle. Yeah, closer to half. But man, I mean, it just romps, man. See, I'm ruining our 30-something mile per gallon average. Ooh, spicy meatball. You know, I saw that Sienna in my neighborhood the other day, and I meant to just go back and film it just to get a closer look, but oh well, I guess I'm too late. Sad day for that car. We love our Sienna. That's a really good vehicle. In any case, you've got here the drive mode select. So if I press it once, traction off, press it twice, competitive driving mode. Competitive driving mode is kind of my favorite. That leaves some of the traction nannies on, but it lets you be a little stupid. Not completely stupid, but a little stupid. And yeah, that's perfect for someone like me. I'd like to think I'm a pretty good driver. You know, I've taken some performance driving courses before, but, you know, I am not a professional driver. And in this car, even though by today's standards, you know, and I'm filming this in 2022, by today's standards, we have much faster cars with way more power and more capability, obviously. But you know, man, this car, this is still a fast car. Like, make no mistake about it. It's enough power to get you in trouble. And really, like the C5 Corvette, that's plenty of power to get you in trouble too. You know, these cars are, they're potent, you know. They're rear-wheel drive, they're small, they've got a lot of torque. So you do kind of have to be, I think with any car, like, you should be respectful of the speed and the power. But, you know, these Corvettes, man, they'll get up and go. As a daily driver, and the reason why I really haven't put more miles on this car, it's several reasons. One is that, like, I always kind of thought, well, when I sell the car, I want to be able to get a lot of my money back. And we'll see how it goes tonight. People are trying to lowball me on this car, which I'm not gonna accept a low offer. But hopefully this kid that's looking at the car tonight, hopefully he's got real cash and he's ready to pay some real money. Because I think this is a nice car, it's worth it, and I'm not gonna sell it for less. You know, that's just how it goes. But, you know, as I was saying, sorry about the tangent there, you know, I have kept the miles low, relatively, so that, like, when I sell it, I can get a decent price for it. So I bought it with 59,000 miles. Now it's got 92,000, and you know, I mean, and that's a lot of miles, but it's not a lot of miles for an LS2. You know, I think this old girl will go for a long time, especially if it's maintained well. And I've certainly maintained it well, you know, with regular maintenance and fluids and whatnot. So that should not be an issue. But, you know, as I was saying, I've kind of not driven it as much. It's very comfortable, you know, as you can see, like, I'm a tall guy. I can adjust the seat to have even more legroom, but I've got plenty of room here. I'm not, you know, I'm not cramped up in any way. I can do this if I want. I can put my leg under the pedal and fully extend if I'm on a long road trip. It's really very comfortable. The seating position is great. I still have some headroom. I mean, and I've taken some really good naps in this car. I ain't kidding you. It's great. It's super comfy. Even though these seats are arguably terrible, but I find them comfortable. They're just not great performance seats. They hold you in, but not enough. But yeah, so I put about 33,000 miles on the car. The other reason why I didn't drive it a whole bunch was simply like, there's all like the Corvette tax that you pay, and by that I mean like the tires are expensive. So I didn't want to go through a bunch of tires. In addition to expensive tires, just it's low to the ground. And, you know, I live in the LA area, and there are just some god-awful roads. So I just felt that every time I drive this car, it's like something, you know, I would almost have something terrible happen to it. And it was just too much for me to worry about. So that's why I kind of didn't daily drive it as much. But, I mean, it definitely did see some daily use. This car was used, and that certainly shows. But she's still real nice. So anyway, I'm going to do a little walk around video, and we'll talk about some exterior features and all of that good stuff.